Hello everybody, hope they are good. Today is Friday, so it's the last trading day of the week, and I want to get directly into the business, into the chart, and into the main thing. The first thing that I've noticed today is that we are below the 4-hour 50 MA, and you can see how we are testing it as resistance all the time, which is not a great sign because you can see how, for example, Bitcoin, when it goes above the 4-hour 50 MA and tested as support, that is, for example, a long signal. Okay, so if you are a swing trader and you are thinking about longing to the range highs 28,300, you have a problem, and it's this 4-hour 50 MA. So in my opinion, I don't think it's a good idea to take any long swing positions as long as we remain below the 4-hour 50 MA. Okay, if we see a push up, a retrace tested a support, then yes, that's when you can enter along. Okay, and you can target these highs here first, and then also of course the range highs. Otherwise, price can continue rolling over and go again to the range lows. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, I don't like how much it's testing at resistance, to be honest. But for the day traders, we're gonna go into a lower time frame, and we're gonna try to make sense of what is going on and try to find some potential trades. So the first thing is the 1-hour time frame. You can see how yesterday London dropped and then New York reversed. Okay, if we go into the 15 minutes time frame, you can see how the first thing that New York did, as soon as he opened at 2 o'clock UTC time, you can see the candle, okay? That's a reversal candle. It reverses, okay? He almost went to the 50 MA, but it dropped, consolidate, and at the end, we see some consolidation. So it wasn't a full retracement of the whole drop during the London session, okay? It was kind of like a half retrace. So it was only kind of like a scalp. It was maybe like a $250 trade, not much, just a scalp. Since then, the price action has been awful. Look at this. There is not much to trade here, you can see, all right? So what potential trades can we find today? Well, I've been charting for a while, and the only thing that I came up with is the wicks. 15 minutes time frame. You have here a wick to the downside, okay? 26,468. That's a week of interest. Is price gonna come to this week? I think it's going to fill it sooner or later. Okay, also you have here a large green candle, which is basically a liquidity pool, and you can see that it hasn't been fully retraced. Okay, that would be your liquidity pool. So do I think that price is still going to visit this zone? I think yes, because you have a week, and most weeks get retrace, and also you have a liquidity pool still there. All right, so that's the first thing that I noticed in the chart. And now if you go into the 1-hour time frame, you're also going to notice here that you have another week in the 1-hour time frame. Okay, now if price, what time is it? 1:45. Okay, we still have an hour and a half before New York opens. So my plan for today is to try to take a scalp. Okay, and basically I'm looking something similar to this, week to week, which means this means that if price pumps right at the start of the New York session towards this week, retrace the week, test the 1 or 50 MA as resistance, and then it drops, that's the scenario that I want to get in for a short scalp, okay? And I'm going to target this week over here. So that would be around a $300 trade, okay? Not bad for this kind of price action, week to week. That's all I'm looking for. Also, if you notice, the 1 hour 50 MA and the week are pretty much in the same level, I would say. But also, if you go to the 4-hour time frame, you want to see that candlestick in the 4-hour time frame. If you actually see a pump towards that week on the 1 hour 50 MA, it's very important that if you want to take a short, the 4-hour candlestick has to close below the 4-hour 50 MA. Because if it doesn't, and that candle closes above the 4-hour 50 MA, do you mean you are still bullish in this time frame? And this time frame is, higher time frame than 1 hour 50 MA, and therefore it has more strength. So that's something that I want you guys to keep in mind. What I'm trading today is the 1 hour and the 15 minutes time frame, but also keeping an eye on the 4-hour time frame, just in case that candlestick closes above the 50 MA in the 4-hour time frame. Because if it does, that trade is invalidated, okay? Because then you could do a resistance support flip. So what it was resistance then could be support, and that's gonna tell you price is set to, for example, retrace this liquidity pool over here. Okay, you see that candle. So that's what I mean, guys. I don't think we're gonna see much going on, and I think that at the best, something like this is what the market might deliver today. Okay, so remember what I'm looking for, not financial advice. This could be completely wrong, and then I might get stopped. But what I'm looking for today is a push up right at the start of the New York session to fill this week in the 1 hour time frame, which is confluence with the 50 MA. Then I want this to be tested at resistance to get rejected and go for the other week in the 15 minutes time frame. Okay, all of this while in the 4 hour time frame we manage to continue closing that 4 hour candle below the 50 MA. Okay, because this candle it opened at 12 UTC time only 45 minutes ago. It closes then at 4 o'clock. Okay, only 1 hour, 2 hours after the New York session starts. So that is a trade. That's what I want to see. A push up, 1 hour time frame, fill that week, test the 1 hour 50 MA as resistance, and then by 4 o'clock, I want this candlestick. If the previous like I said happened, I want this candle to close again below the 50 MA. If that happens, then I'm gonna have a high conviction that we are gonna get all the way down to this week. Okay, and this is pretty much a 1% trade that with some leverage could be turn out to a 5% trade with, for example, times 5 leverage, which is not much. Okay, so that is pretty much everything that I'm looking for today regarding price action. Now, it wouldn't surprise me if we see the drop straight away. Okay, because in the 4 hour time frame, it's not looking good. We have tested so many candles, the 50 MA as resistance. So I'm not favoring longs today. I think it's pretty clear that I'm favoring shorts as long as we remain below the 4 hour 50 MA. It's as simple as that. Get me above this level. Get me above the 4 hour 50 MA. And then I'll talk about this week here. Sorry, about this liquidity pool here, for example, okay? That's what's going to happen. Then I'll talk about these highs, and then I'll talk about the range highs. But for now, the upside is very limited as long as we are below the 4 hour 50 MA. So I hope that was clear, guys. Now, please let me take you to High Block Capital. Let's check what is going on there. First things first, guys, liquidation levels. Do you know the rule? First liquidation levels, then heat map. So you can see how the delta is showing that $5.4 billion worth of short liquidations are at risk. Now, the question is that a big enough amount? Or are they going to try to increase that position to, who knows, 7, 8, $10 billion before the reversal, okay? Also, what this chart is showing us is that the liquidations are to the upside. Check out all these spikes at the right of the chart. They are to the upside, okay? To the downside, you don't have many. So the liquidations is clearly to the upside, which it's, I would say, it contradicts the chart because we're below the 4 hour 50 MA. But that's what I mean. If we can flip that 4 hour 50 MA into support, then we're gonna come and clear all these liquidations quite quickly, I would say, all right? Otherwise, they can wait. It's as simple as that. Now, let's go to the liquidation heat map. Right, what do we have here? I wanna check first the 12 hours time frame. Let me see what we got here. Okay, nothing really, not much going on. Not much going on. Pretty gray, so nothing really going on there. Now, 7 days time frame. Here you can see more activity because you can see how we are right between two liquidation zones. You have 27,600 and then to the downside you have 26,100. So the question is, which zone are they going to take out next? That's the question, okay? Are they going to go for 26.1k or 27.6k? That's the main question, but however, I think that is not going to happen today. I have that feeling, okay? I think that it's likely that they continue building the liquidations in this zone over the weekend. And then next week is that we can see a move either to this zone or to 26k. That's pretty much what I'm saying here. Now, 1 month time frame. I'm sure we're going to see still those liquidations at 28k. There they are. And it's quite tasty, to be honest. They're quite tasty. And this aligns together also with the liquidation levels. This chart is clearly telling you that the liquidation in the 1 month time frame is to the upside. So clearing the 4 hour 50 MA and we get there, okay, to the range highs. And the 3 months time frame, you see that the liquidation is clearly to the downside. So how do you make sense of this if the 1 month time frame is telling you that the liquidation is to the upside and the 3 months time frame is telling you that the liquidations are to the downside? Well, you know, you're still inside the range, so why not? Why couldn't we take the range highs first inside the range, go to the range highs, take all that liquidity, and then as the 3 months time frame is a higher time frame than the 1 month time frame, so it means that this can take longer to develop. Once you get to the range highs, you're still inside the range, you haven't broken out. Now, if you break out from the range, that's a different story. But if you go to the range highs, do the deviation, or you get rejected, why not? Why couldn't we go to the range lows, break below it, and hit these liquidations? That's what I'm trying to make sense of the liquidation heat maps in the 1 month time frame and the 3 months time frame, okay? It's possible that if we clear the 4 hour 50 MA, you know, serious possibilities of going to the range highs 28k, and then we're gonna see that if you can get a rejection or a deviation, and we're gonna look for the midterm, this one here at 23,400. That's all I'm saying, guys. No much more, alright? So anyway, I want to wrap this up here. I don't want to make it any longer because it's Friday. You've been listening to me all week, so rest your ears and enjoy your weekend. So next week we can have the batteries charged and we can continue making money, alright? So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.